I'm JP Sears. For you to ascend higher into the ultra-spiritual realm, then becoming a vegetarian is your destiny. How can you become one of the chosen ones who demand to dwell at the bottom of the food chain so that we can rise to the top of the spiritual depth chart? As someone who, as a baby, refused to breastfeed in order to avoid the vile carnivorosity, I am well qualified to bless you with exactly what you need to do to become a vegetarian. You're probably asking, well, JP, how does being a vegetarian actually make me more spiritual? It gives me low levels of vitamin B12, which gives me a low sperm count, which protects me from having a kid, which allows me to be more devoted to my spiritual practice of having a selfish lifestyle, which gives me more time to pay attention to my dog, who I judge harshly because he still eats meat. He just doesn't get it. I find logic isn't really that important when I answer this question. What is very important is the volume of my voice and how frequently I repeat my beliefs to people who don't want to hear them. Makes you more vibratory than meat eaters, which obviously gives you more things like chlorophyll, photons, consciousness, radiance, effervescence, omniscience, omnipotence, confidence. And another valid reason is it's what everyone tells you you need to do. My father would always tell me, he'd say, JP, if everyone is telling you to do something, then you do that thing, or else those people will definitely not like you. My father was no saint. He was actually an archbishop. That's what's important. Before we go any further, here's an ultra-spiritual tip for you. Now, as a spiritual seeker, you don't believe in death. It's only an illusion, right? But as a vegetarian, you need to strategically forget this belief at times so you can get more emotionally charged at people who kill animals. Death is not an illusion when you don't want it to be. Some vegetarians actually eat eggs. Now, these are soft-core vegetarians. They're like the vanilla ice of vegetarians. They're not the real things. Eggs don't come from plants. You see, I was raised on a farm. My mother was a strict vegetarian, and she would raise the pigs and slaughter them. My father was a stone-cold meat eater, and he was a third-generation papaya farmer who would tend to the papaya trees. The point being, the chickens and their eggs were on mom's side of the farm. Here's some communication tips for you when you're inevitably in a conversation with a meat eater. You'll want to say things such as, oh, I see you hate all of life. You're a murderer. You're an evil scumbag. Would you like to live on a factory feedlot? Oh, I didn't know you were related to Hitler. These inquisitions change the meat eater's mind. They become a vegetarian on the spot. 100% of the time. More than 100% of the time. Every time. And here are some communication tips for when you're talking to another vegetarian. You'll want to say things such as, how long have you been a vegetarian? Are you a vegan? Are you a raw vegan? For how long? Are you also pretending to be full from eating this salad? You look very non-toxic today. Did you know you've had green stuff in your teeth for the past 3 hours? What do you do when you fall off the vegetarian bandwagon for, say, between 1 day and the rest of your life? Lie to your vegetarian friends about it. Anytime you're with them, you revert back to being a vegetarian. If they remotely sense that you've left the pack, they become carnivorous lions who are out for blood. They're practically emotional cannibals. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Not only will your subscription save the life of countless animals, it'll ensure that you learn more in the next episode of Ultra Spiritual Life.